right now, most companies and organizations and TV shows and all this stuff, right? They don't have access to their own software. So they use Facebook, they use YouTube. Instead of having to rely on these services that have ads and all these things, you could have your own website turn into a community, right? And that's the point. And so we build components like chat rooms. Like, for example, Ashley over here, I can chat with her, right? I can say hi, right? And I can start video conferencing and all kinds of things. So the point of the company is to create reusable components that can be used for all kinds of websites. Here's a completely different website that is a podcast, okay? And beta testers can leave feedback and say, this page is okay, right? And so if you're an admin, you can see what people say, all right? And so that's the idea. Now you could have a community. You can find people here. You can see their interests. You can manage who they are, what kind of roles you can give them, like tester, okay? All these kinds of stuff you can do. You can add them to your friends or business, and then you can find them. Like over here, when you want to actually search for people, you search for testers, and you find all the testers.
Okay.
So the idea is basically that you manage your own community, and you can invite more people. For example, I can invite someone to be a tester. I can search. I can invite you, right? I can have somebody be invited. I can also post on Facebook and say, anyone who wants can accept this invitation, right? Come and be a tester of Free Talk Live. Yeah. And then anybody that comes through this link gets that, it automatically becomes a tester, right? So these are just some examples of things that administrators of communities can do. Now, if you are a new person, suppose you go to Facebook and you are on Facebook, you discover this ability to be a tester, right? You can click that and it opens a little browser, but this browser is inside Facebook. So your experience as a new person, right, is you can browse the community, you can find out about people and their interests, but in order to do anything more, you could listen to the shows, right? You can listen to Free Talk Live shows and share them and so on. So these are things that you can do.
Instantly, thousands were pinned to their couches by a story about how to be homosexual.
Right. The idea is to have your website be accessible to anybody on, anywhere really. But as soon as you start doing something, like you can, for example, look for conversations, like virtual reality, and then you can see what people are talking about. So it's a community. But as soon as you start to try to communicate or do something, right, it's going to tell you that you got to log in, right? And Facebook helps you to auto connect some of the stuff. But also you can log in with Wallet. For example, Wallet Connect, you can even log in through, look at that. I'm on Facebook. Inside Facebook, I'm in a browser, and then it still lets you connect using your wallet. You see that? So then you sign in that you want to connect. I hear a little bit of an echo there. But what I've just done right here is I've actually signed up to Free Talk Live. Okay, it's their website, and it's now telling me to enter my full name. All right, so I'm going to say, for example, Stacy Jones. Okay, now it is a question of how do you actually control if people enter their real names and so on, but then you get to run your own community. So the next thing you do, since I connected with my wallet, it doesn't know who I am. So I go ahead and I select a photo. Let's select, well, it's got to be Stacy, right? So let's just say let's try to see if I can do this. Zoom in and just let's claim that this is the user's photo, right? The next thing is that you can set up your location, and you could say, all right, I'm interested in, this much, or you can skip it, or you could say, okay, set my location. I'm interested to find things around these areas. Finally, this is called the onboarding process, right? It walks you through getting ready for the community. So each community has its own set of interests, set of roles. And so these little hints, you see these hints, these little hands that pop up, right?
Good.
They show, like, what would you do here? You would click and you would select whether you're an entrepreneur, organizer, or whatever. And the more people you select, the more you could see how many people could join you on the site, right? Like-minded people. So it actually rewards you for selecting more and more things. All right, so then you go ahead and select what is your school of thought? And you see this helpful hint here, right? That's highlighted. This hint is, what is it telling you to do? What do you think you should do here, right? You would scroll up, right? That's what it's telling you to do. So to reveal more stuff. So you go ahead and, select some type of interest. And then finally, you might want to select the topics to talk about. So for example, capital punishment, sexuality, free market capitalism. So this particular, you're now able to talk to 38 people on the site who share your interests. So the last thing is, it's just asking you to say something about yourself, right? Hi, I thought this site is amazing, right? Not on here to date, though. All right. So then you go done. And now you're right back where you started. However, now you have your own account, first of all, right? You currently don't have any conversations. So we can invite you to find people to talk to. Also, you can join some group conversations, right? And now you can post about other things that you find online. So for example, if you're in this conversation here, you see, so you do this, right? And you've just posted as yourself. And you're invited to check out this article that it's about. I'm not going to click here because that's going to take me off the site. But I just wanted to show, by the way, I need to fix, there's a little bug where the hint still exists after I close the thing it's pointing at. So I need to fix that. But you see the main thing, right? You see that people can come to the community, right? Let me just refresh this page so that thing is gone. People can come to the community. I can see Bonnie over here. I can add her to my friends very easily, right? And I could be friends with her. I could be doing business with her. I could have a new type of relationship with her. So she could be my mentor, for example, And then those are the 3 types. And I can chat with Bonnie and I can start a conversation. So the last thing I want to show you is that you see this 20 over here at the top right, the 20, right? These are the credits that I have. So conversations, you already see I have a conversation with Bonnie. I haven't said anything yet. I have a conversation about a website. And now I can set up my profile. If I want to date or I want to do something, I can select whatever I want, right? And so you can do emojis. Basically, your whole right. I can connect my social. Since I'm already on Facebook, it's going to connect. Essentially, you can connect. Select your preferred language in the future. It could be international. So, what do you think? That right? The idea is that to have people to essentially sign up, indicate what they're interested in, right? Find people around their location that they might be interested in to do things with, go to different events, that you can essentially in the future, we're going to support events, which currently we don't do for the radio show. And then finally, you can also earn credits for listening to the shows and, getting, growing in this community, right? So you're able to do video, audio, share things. And the more you share, right? The more you share on Facebook and others, the more people join, the more credits you will receive for joining. So it rewards people for all kinds of things, including you can buy credits, right? You can purchase credits like so in Facebook, or you can go ahead and use the full site in your browser, right? So that's basically what we built.